I gotta have it, and I'm juggling all the time. I like to grab 2 packs and then get a rippin'. Doesn't matter if I'm sitting building or just card flipping. I'm a 2-pack-a-day ripper. 2-pack-a-day ripper. 2-pack-a-day ripper. Whacked out on wax, on the picking packs. I'm hooked on hits. Come on, let's go on a tear.
I know it's been a while, hasn't it? I'm sorry. I've just had life just kind of got away from me, and I've been unable to do any kind of recording, so I do apologize for not getting back to you. I'm working on a project that's just bigger in scope than I thought it was going to be when I first started. I'm going to have a 10-part video coming up very soon. I'm all about halfway through writing the whole thing. I've been writing it for literally about a week and a half now. I'm not going to go too much into it. I want to be able to just launch it when it's all set and ready to go. So just keep in mind it's a 10-part series and it's going to come up pretty soon. And that's one of the reasons why I just do a lot of writing and research. We also had a winner the last time we met, and the person never got back with me for me to ship the cards. I sent out 3, inquiries, and they just never got back to me. So here it is. It's all packaged and ready to go. But since I don't have anywhere to send it, I'd like to send it to you. I'm going to put this right over here, and I'll tell you what's going to happen with that in just a moment. Here is what we did the last time we were together. These are 2 rack packs. I think they were 91s, Don Russ and Tops. Today, just because, today we're going to do this. We're going to do, I know these are one of your favorites, the archives. People just love these because of the cards and maybe the mantle they could get. And then these action-packed Hall of Fame ball players. I kind of like these. These are kind of fun. So we're going to do that. But since I haven't been back with you in a while, I thought you deserve a little more. So I got some other cards, even though it's a 2-pack-a-day ripper. That's you and I doing that 2 packs a day. We're going to go all out. We're also going to do a pack of the Senior Baseball League cards from, I'm not sure when that was. 1990. Oh boy. 1990. Is that right? Yeah, 1990. It says right on there. We're going to open that. We're going to open up this 1989, I think. I'm looking for it here on the top. 1992. 1992 7-Eleven Citgo The Performer Collection, Fleer baseball cards. They kind of look like that year, 92, but they're a different border, and I think they've got the logos on it. They're pretty cool. There's only about 4 cards in the pack. And then I'm going to do the 92 Upper Deck cards, which I always enjoy doing because I love Upper Deck. I think Upper Deck might be one of my favorite companies as far as cards are concerned from this era. They didn't make bad product. They made some product that stuck together, and they weren't around that long, but they didn't make bad product. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this in. Leaf Baseball Hall of Fame cards. And what they are, the Hall of Fame cards that they made out, you could have bought them in separate packs. They're those cards. All the great stars from the Hall of Fame. Everybody, if they're in the Hall of Fame at this time, they're in here. Cobb, Honus Wagner, Babe Ruth, everybody. Anyway, they're in here. But there's also special Olympic cards in here because this was in conjunction with the Special Olympics. I think there might be 3 or 4 cards in there. So we're going to do that. And that should do it, don't you think? That should be enough. Okay, let's do this first. You want this? Here's how we're going to win it. After we do this, I am going to ask for you to send me your address. And I'm going to send it to you. If you win, I'm going to send you a little note through YouTube. And it's going to be private. I'm going to send you my private email. So when you send it back, nobody else sees it but me. And you can just give me your address and I'll send it to you. And I will send you this. And I will send you these. And I will send you these. So there you go. Okay, let's get opening. I've been yakking. Wait, I start yakking when I do these, and these get really long. All right, these 2 first. And so here we are. Remember, I'm going to go over it one more time. Unclaimed mail. Whoever wins this is going to get this, and I do not remember all the cards in there. So, all right, so that's that much we know. Here's what's left from the last time we met. That's all. Those are 2 rack packs, I think, of 91s, 91 Tops and 91 Donruss. We're going to open these bad boys right now, but I got even more we're going to open. I know we're talking 2-pack a day Ripper, but we are going to do 3 times that many. Well, 2 times this many, but 3 times altogether. So, are you ready to, whoops, knocking everything over here. You ready to get ripping? All right, well, hang on just a second. Let me get going here. Let me see these right here. I'm going to just put a little notch in it so I can tear it a little easier. All right. Let's do that second. Hey, I got an idea. Let's do this last. And we'll do this, because I like these. And these are like dessert. These are dessert for the rip. You like the way I think? I think you might understand. These are really cool because they're all great ball players and they have a little bit of relief to them, and they're always kind of sticky. But if you do that crunchy thing there, you can kind of pop them apart without paper loss. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. All right, are we ready? Dizzy Dean. Look at that. That's a neat card. Nice. Here's what they look like on the back. They got a lot of stats on the back. They got a lot of stories. These are really nice cards. You know, you can get them real cheap. They're not that expensive. And if you can get cheap stuff and you like them, man, you're doing all right. Okay, Nellie Fox. His home was in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Right next to Gettysburg. Look at this. Is that Jim Palmer? Nope, Dave McNally. I got a project coming up with him and some other guys. I'm not going to spend too much time on it now, but this project coming up featuring McNally and 3 other guys is really been a lot of fun for me. So I hope you enjoy it. You'll see soon. All right, Red Shane East. Nice. Spring training. Look at those palm trees, because I don't think those things grow in St. Louis. Here's a guy, Detroit Tiger and Philadelphia Athletic, Mickey Cochran. I've been told by some people who know, that Mickey might have dabbled with the organized crime guys. I don't know if that's true, but love that guy. Oh, is this Hank Aaron? Nope, Jimmy Wynn. Didn't see it. I just saw it from afar. The Toy Cannon, nice card. And here we go with Walter Johnson, big-time Hall of Famer, one of the originals that went into the Hall of Fame. Those are cool. All right, let's go ahead, open up these 1992 Upper Deck cards. 99 cents is all these things cost. You're almost at the point now with the cards that you buy in the store at, I don't know, $10 a pack. The 99 cents barely covers the tax on them. That is, I just wished I hadn't said that. I'm depressed now. All right. Yeah, these bad. Whoa, you see that? Did you see that? Dave Nelson, and I believe Dave was from down under. Queensland, Australia. I remember I talked to several Australians. You never call it Australia. You call it Australia. So, Dave Nelson from Australia. I think I might be making that up. The Gwynn brothers. Tony, Chris. Nice card. Kevin Seitzer. There it is. That's what I saw. Nice card. Big hurt. Okay, this is probably Albert Bell. Yep. That's a nice card. This guy was a major force. He was a force. Benito Santiago, I think he was Rookie of the Year. I think. Can't remember what year it was. Must have been 97. And he had a picture that was on the baseball card from that year. It was actually the front page of the Sports Illustrated copy from that summer, one of the months that summer. It's really cool. Steve Olin, who unfortunately passed away in a boating accident not too long after this card was made. Brett Butler, who during the height of his time in LA developed throat cancer and was sick for quite some time, but he came back and played quite well. Wally Joyner, what ever happened to Wally Joyner? Do you know? We all collected cards back in the day of Wally Joyner and thought he was going to be the next superstar, and he just wasn't. But he was good. He was a good ball player. Eventually played for the Tigers. Right at the end of his career. Who do we have here? Thomas Howard. I remember the name. I don't think I ever watched him play. Omar Olivares. He was kind of around for quite some time with the Cards, I think. Orlando Merced. Carlton Fisk at first base. Look at that. Huh. I don't remember this card. The original Pudge. Rob Murphy. And Juan Guzman. All right. We're going to open up this pack of Fleer cards from 1992. It should have these logos on there. I don't know if that bothers you to have these on there. I love getting cards that were produced by some other company and they put their logos on there. I don't know why. It's just like an extra part of the souvenir. There's only about 3 or 4 cards in here. And you'll notice the design, but you may think, hey, the color's a little different, and that's the difference between the two, and of course the logos. Look familiar? Yeah, I thought they would. All right, there's Kirby Puckett. And the logos are at the bottom on the back. 24 cards in the set. Ooh, Wade Boggs, look at that. That's a nice card. Cecil Fielder, there he is. He's one of my buddies. Look at this. This is a great pack. Oh my gosh, look at Ken Griffey, Don Mattingly. We should stop right now, shouldn't we? We should stop. No, we got to keep going. We got 2 packs left. All right, here is that pack of senior professional baseball from 1990. They only ran for about 2 years. Oh man, it's popping right open. And you might see, if you're a vintage collector, you might notice some names in here. There might even be a Hall of Famer in here. I can tell you one thing there is not in here, and that is rookies. So don't be looking for them. They're not there. The Bradenton Explorers says it's a sticker. I'll take their word for that. All right. Juan Eichelberger. Played for the West Coast Tropics. And here's Fort Myers Sun Sox with Dave LaRoche. Taylor Duncan. Now here's a guy I do not know. I do not remember him at all. Doug Griffin. Remember him? Oh, he's a coach here. I remember him as a player, I think, with the Giants. Maybe the Boston Red Sox. Al Holland. Yep, pitcher for a while. I think he played with the Phils. It does not say on the back. Well, what do you know about that? Okay, here's Jerry White. Remember the name. Wayne Krenchicki. Played for the Tigers for a while, I think with Cincinnati as well. Bake McBride. There's a guy. He was in a playoffs and World Series, and he played for the Orlando Juice. There he is. I'll bet he just dominated down there, too. He was a good hitter for the Cardinals. Gene Clines, I remember him. Played for Pittsburgh, I think, among other teams. Roy Thomas, pitcher, I do not know him. Lowell Palmer, yep, I remember him. He always wore those glasses. And Champ Summers, this guy was tough. Look at the arms. That boy's got some guns. Remember him scuffling and fighting on occasion? Played for the Tigers. You know he did. Okay, we're going to open up this pack. These are kind of cool. You will notice the cards right away, but there's going to be some different labeling on it to signify it's a Leaf set and that they're a part of the Special Olympics. Well, they're a little hard to open. There we go. Oh my gosh, look who's right on the top. Look at that. Now I have this card, and I have it autographed. Man, that's a nice card. Al Kaline. And it's kind of dinged up a little there. Sorry about that. And you've seen these cards before, I think, because they made a set of these. Is that Pee Wee Reese? Yep. And then here's the Special Olympics card. It's basketball. So there's only 2 cards in there plus some of these. I don't know how many of these there are. Whoops. That was fun. I got a few packs of those, so I might be opening those from time to time. Okay, here we go. Let's look for something really great in here, okay? Something really magnificent. I want this to end with a bang. Ooh, I flipped that too fast. Sorry about that. Hope I didn't make you nauseous. Frank Campos. Bob Young. St. Louis Browns. Oh, there's another St. Louis Browns right after him. Yeah, they moved to Baltimore shortly after this set was, well, not this set, but the 53 set anyway. Hang on to something. Ready? All right. Sometimes you can close your eyes. That'll work. Joe Astroth. Clint Courtney. St. Louis Browns. It's almost like we have a team set here. Here's Jimmy Dykes. Knew him as a manager, but he was a player as well. Philadelphia Athletics. Woo! Stomach's turning there. Turk Lown. Joe Nuxhall, one of the youngest people to ever pitch a major league game, would go to high school, come home, do his homework, and get right down to Cincinnati Red Stadium there and pitch at age, I think it was 16 or 17. Yeah, that guy. All right, shut your eyes for a minute. Ready? There you go. You can open them. John O'Brien, he was an infielder with the Pirates. Do you remember that card where him and his brother are both on that? There's a brother card. It was like one of the first multi-person card in baseball card history. Oh, I see a big-time star here. Look at that. There is a beautiful Warren Spahn. Warren was a hero during World War II. He was, I think he was in the running of ordnance and stuff like that, explosions and bombs and stuff like that. And he was actually at the bridge at Remagen. There was a movie made of that particular battle. He was there. If you ever watch that movie, just be aware that he was there. He's not represented in the movie, but he was there. Dusty Rhodes, another card manufactured just for this reprint set. New York Giants. And we've got Hal Rice from the Cardinals. Look at these cards. And those cards. And these cards. Go ahead and make those comments to me now. And I'm going to get all the lists assembled. And we will run these things and give them away. And then start anew. And that's it. That's it. Thank you very much for checking me out today. Hey, would you please like, subscribe, and leave a comment? Even if you don't want to be a part of this, maybe you can just say that in your comment. But I really enjoy getting comments from people. I'm just so surprised at some of the information you leave with me. So many good things, and a lot of it's personal about what you like, what you don't like, and memories of the game, memories of those cards. That's why I like to watch YouTube. And if I can get it from you, that's more the merrier. All right? Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will talk soon.
Thank you for watching this 2-pack-a-day Ripper video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Help us feed the ego of the big guy. Frankly, we're exhausted doing it by ourselves.